Hey, what's up guys, Devil Dog Gamer here. Welcome to another Marine Corps Monday, and probably wondering what the fuck I'm playing. I had one of my friends send me this game. It's Red Orchestra 2, and he said, hey, you're on the whole, World War II thing all of a sudden, give it a shot. This game's actually pretty fucking awesome, I gotta admit. It's pretty realistic, and it's, I don't know, you can't really run and gun like you do with Call of Duty, you gotta play it smart. But anyways, a little update. You guys fucking came through in droves and saved my butt. Like, I had no clue how many people were, cared about me that much and my situation that you were willing to help, and it was amazing. I was able to make rent this month. Job situation's still looking kind of hairy. Still don't have the hours to cover a lot of my bills, and there's not really much out there. I was dropping applications at fucking like Walmart, fucking McDonald's, all kinds of shit. A lot of you though sent me a lot of stuff with military recruiters and recruiting for job market and shit, and I'm definitely checking that out. I'm really grateful for that because I never even knew some of these places existed, and some of them are really some big name people, and they really place a lot of veterans. So I'm checking them out. I'm talking to those guys, seeing what they can do, and definitely you guys saved my butt for sure. I really wouldn't have known where the fuck I would have gone. I probably would have been sleeping in a tent in the woods or my car until they took that away too. But anyways, so this Marine Corps Monday, I kind of got the same questions I usually get all the time. So I'm kind of going to... I want to say this, because I see this question thousands and thousands and thousands of times. No, I did not work in Iraq with any other nation. Did not work with the British. Did not work with the Canadians. Did not work with the Germans, the Dutch, anybody. I didn't work with anybody. I worked with the Army. That was about it. I did not work with any other nation. I see that question hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. Every time I ask for a question, boom, there it is. And then there's 5 more times. Didn't work with anybody. I can't really tell you about any other country's forces and how they operate. Never seen it. Never dealt with it. So there's not really much I can say. So it's kind of, hopefully this kills the questions for good. Anyways, I want to talk today about illegitimate children in the Marine Corps. Because I know I've talked about women trying to take advantage of men and stuff, and yada yada yada, and STDs and shit. But the other thing you gotta worry about is the women that are out there looking for a baby's daddy. And it happens a lot in the Marines. There's a lot of dudes that have gotten that phone call saying like, hey, you're a dad. I haven't talked to you in a while, and guess what, you're a dad. It's happened. It happened to my uncle when he was in the Marines, and I'm waiting for the day it happens to me too. It's pretty crazy. One of the craziest things you gotta watch out for is when you're overseas, a lot of the women try to get Marines to marry them or trap them and stuff so they can get citizenship, like Okinawa, when you're in Thailand and shit. One of the most important things to remember is never use a condom any girl gives you. If a chick gives you a condom, do not use it. Do not use it at all. That shit's so easy to poke holes in, it's not even funny. Always bring your own condoms, because you never know. And see, there's my Steam fail for the day. I'm still trying to figure out the controls, and I'm like, oh, okay. But, never use a condom a chick gives you. Ever. It doesn't matter if you're stateside, overseas, whatever. Don't use a condom a chick gives you. That's, if she's looking for a baby daddy, that's the way she's gonna get it, right there, using that nice little Swiss cheese condom. That's one of the main rules I always made sure I had a shit ton of condoms, and don't put condoms in your wallet. Like, I know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, I got a condom in my wallet. That shit fucking, it makes it so weak from you sitting on it, and all the wear and tear and shit. Don't do that. It's stupid. Just keep it in your car, in your pocket, whatever. But yeah, I actually had a buddy I started talking to. He was in another company. He wasn't in my company, but I found him on Facebook, started talking to him again, talking to him and shooting the shit, remembering the old times and stuff, and he was like, oh, dude, I didn't tell you I have a kid. And I'm like, what? Turns out, one of the barracks rats that used to come around and stuff, right before I left, he was fucking her for a while. Like, he would fuck her a lot, she would fuck like 10 other dudes and shit. Normal barracks rat stuff. Well, turns out, he knocked her up. Well, he says it was purposefully. She was on top, and he told her to get off, and she wouldn't. She just sat down and held on for dear life, and there it goes. That's how babies are made. And says the chick's milking him for everything, and like, he's unemployed and shit, and fucking you know, trying to go back to school, trying to find some sort of job and shit, and the chick is straight milking him for money, and he says he's never got to see the kid, she doesn't want me to see him at all, blah blah blah. And I was like, damn, man. And that kind of reminded me of a story. When I first got to my unit, my gunny was telling us stories about that shit, like people getting kids, and you know, getting that crazy phone call and shit. And I'd been hooking up with a stripper. It's probably, you know, you guys have heard of this stripper before if you've watched my videos. Been hooking up with her in San Diego. So I went to 29 Palms, left San Diego, hadn't talked to the chick for months. Hadn't talked to her for months and months and months. And out of nowhere, we were out in Vegas. All of a sudden I get a text from her saying, hey, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in Vegas. And she's like, oh, okay, we need to talk. And I'm like, okay. So... okay, and then I didn't get a reply, and I'm sitting there thinking for like, you know, the next few hours. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit about? I'm like, holy crap. And all my buddies are like, dude, she's probably pregnant, or she's probably got herpes, and she's trying to tell you. And like, my mind was racing, and fucking all kinds of shit, and I'm like freaking out. So finally, like 2 days later, she finally gets back to me, and I'm like, so what did you need to talk about? She was like, oh, I just wanted to talk to see when you were coming back down. I'm like, what the fuck? I got pissed. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I'm sitting here freaking out thinking you have something crazy to talk to me about, and you just want me to come and see you? I was like, fuck that shit. But anyways, we're going to try doing these question and answers one more time, because I really do want to answer some questions, but lately they've been repeat questions I can't answer. So I'm going to ask you again. You got some crazy questions, some questions that are going to be good. Send them to me in the comments. I'm gonna go through them again, and definitely rampaging through all these Russians like crazy. And I'll try my best to answer them. But you know, a lot of you guys have been watching that farming simulator, and you guys have been like, "Oh, this is actually pretty cool," or like, "Why the hell did I watch this?" Blah blah blah. You know, it's actually a really addicting game, and I kind of want to do more with it, but it's kind of getting boring and tedious. The part now where my farm's way too big and just too much to handle on my own. I might do some multiplayer with it, and you know, get some other people to help me out with it. Maybe. I don't know. But I know you guys have been watching the Arma 2 World War II mod I-44. We're actually going to start doing Hell in the Pacific, which is the entire Marine Pacific campaign of it, and it's going to be awesome. And it's really cool. I'm going to start recording that this week, so maybe later this week you guys will see that. So make sure you guys check back. You never know exactly when I'm going to upload. I'm random. You guys know me. I'm super random with it. I gotta say, the recoil and everything and how people die in this game is pretty awesome. If you guys haven't checked it out, check out Red Orchestra. It does take a little bit of a good computer to run. Not too much. I mean, it's nothing like Far Cry 3, but it does take a good computer to run. Check it out. It's just pretty cool. It's an older game, but the servers are usually always full for multiplayer, and it's pretty cool. I quite enjoy it, and I'm definitely playing a lot of it. But you know, you got your hackers everywhere as usual. So we ended up winning this round. It was good times. Alright guys, leave your questions below in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.